All right. All right. All right. Guys, can you hear me okay? My mic working? I mean, this mic always works, so I don't see why it wouldn't work, but just making sure you guys can hear me okay. Got a few things to talk about nonetheless. Oh man, loud and clear. Loud and clear. All right. Oh god. Well, my camera isn't on. Oh my god. Hold on, give me a second. Let's see. There we go. Got it on. There we go. Also, why is my light not on? There we go. Nice. Nice. All right. Where do we start? I don't want to be on here super late because obviously it's getting late and a lot of us have work tomorrow, right? Or school if you guys have school. All right. So I definitely got some takeaways here. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna tell you the game plan here. So we're gonna go over the game overall. It's not a ton to talk about, honestly. And then after that, I find this hilarious. Malachi Branham actually called out a fan, and that was great. That was beautiful. And then also this interview, which I have not seen, but I had it liked, so we're gonna look at it. All right, so it would be irresponsible of me at this point not to at least ask you guys how you're doing. I mean, after this game, I know it can't be good for your mental health. So how are you guys doing? Is everyone okay? Oh crap, there she is. There's Mikasa. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I had a pretty good weekend. So enjoy some things with family. So that's why I wasn't able to get on during the Houston game, which after looking at our schedule, guys, after taking a look at the upcoming schedule, I probably should have been on because if you look at our upcoming schedule, it is absolutely horrendous. Kitty, can you... Gosh, I can't see the screen. I don't mind her being up here, but I can never see the screen when she's up here. So yeah, so as we can see here, we got the Suns, Raptors, Pacers. There's a few in here that I think are winnable, but for the most part, guys, we're kind of screwed because you got the Heat, the Kings. I don't know if we'll be able to take. I don't know if will Ja be back by then. I have no idea. But overall, as a team, they should be a little bit more polished than us. Clippers, Warriors, Nuggets. It's just nonstop. It's just almost nonstop playoff teams or playoff caliber teams. So I'm not expecting this young team to be able to get away with many wins here. And this is why I was saying that I don't think that the Spurs overall is a playoff team, even though everyone wants to say that they are just because they got Wemby. Wemby, him in and of himself, is still figuring things out. So I don't necessarily think that'll be the case. I didn't get a chance to talk about the Houston game, but I will say we saw a glimpse of what Wemby is going to be and what type of guy he is. He is him. He is ready to take on any assignment that's given to him. If the game is on the line, he's willing to go in there and win it for you. So as the team becomes more cohesive over time, I think that we got a good one, guys. A great one, even. Okay, we got a superstar, and it's going to be just a matter of time before you start building around him and maybe Devin. So with that being said, let's just dive straight into this game. I'll tell you how I felt about it. Overall, we sucked. We sucked bad. I mean, really bad. But I'll be real. I wasn't necessarily expecting us to go into this game and play well. And the reason being is because it will be our first away game as this new team. Okay, everyone with different roles. Sochan, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But Sochan at point, Wemby obviously being the leader of the team. They just came off of a win, so their emotions are really high. And when you're a young team with stuff like that, you're going to slip up the next game more than likely. So you know, it's just a learning curve that you have to get through. And while I do believe that the Spurs learned a lot in that Houston game, and I think that it brought them closer together, I also think that this Clippers game was really good for them as well, just to get your butt spanked, because this was actual competition. Like the first game with the Dallas Mavericks, while obviously them having Luka and Kyrie is really tough for us, overall we should have won that game, and also we match up pretty well with them. Same thing with Houston. We match up very well with Houston. Clippers, this was a worst nightmare for your very first away game as a team. I mean, it is a nightmare. I repeat, we do not match up well with the Clippers, especially with the style of play that Keldon plays. Keldon plays Devin Vassell. He struggled early on. It's just not a good look. So, but let's go ahead and talk about the turnovers, because I know that that's one thing that's on everyone's mind. So you can see Zach Collins 5 turnovers, Wemby 5 turnovers, 4 turnovers from Sochan, 2 from Devin, which was really early on from Devin. So he did a good job as the game went on. 4 from Trey Jones. So it's not a matter of, oh, Sochan just turning the ball all over the place. He sucks. With Trey Jones, he struggled as well. Everyone struggled. And I think that's a product of you going against a very good defensive team, and also it being the first game on the road for this team together. Now, with that being said, let me go ahead and dive into Jeremy Sochan, because everyone's talking about Jeremy Sochan. I saw it all over Twitter. Here's the thing, okay? He has immense versatility. We all know that. We all agree. That's not a hot take. That's not a crazy, brainy a take that I have there. It's just not. We all know that he's versatile. And I just think that right now, Popovich is just putting him in that position so he can get better at being a facilitator, because he is capable of doing it. But with that being said, I think we all agreed that he's not necessarily the best point guard that the Spurs have on the team. It will be Trey Jones. It just seems like when he runs point, things are just kind of chaotic. And I think that that's kind of unfair to Sochan in a way. So this is one of those things where I see him running point right now, not necessarily as this is going to win us games right now. I think that this is actually going to cause us to struggle quite a bit. I see it more so in the long run. This is going to be beneficial that he had that experience. So when you do have to fit him in there here and there, he'll be even better at it. But Sochan, he's better at kind of an off-ball cutter, and he's good. He's really good actually with the ball not in his hands. He's good at post-scoring playmaking. And I think with Zach Collins and Wemby out there, it's made it a little tougher for him to even be in position to do that. So, yeah, I think as the season goes on and he gets enough experience as being kind of the primary point guard or whatnot, I think that it will come together. I think he'll get better at being a primary point guard. He's not going to be the point guard of the future, obviously, but I think he'll get better at it. But as time goes on, we'll be able to adjust, and hopefully he can go back into that other role, and he would have learned from that. Also, it's not tough. It's really tough for him as well. Like, I think I was arguing with Ruru last night. I love you, Ruru. But I was arguing with Ruru in the chat last night, or the other night, because I was really getting on the Keldon, but I wasn't getting on the Sochan. But I really do believe that there's different scales, or at least for me, there's different scales. I'm not just going to sit here and jump on Sochan the same way I would Keldon, because Keldon has more years in the league than Sochan. And then when it comes to Sochan, this is his second year, and sophomore slumps happen all the time. And I can't imagine being a sophomore and your role on the team completely shifting. It's going to be tough. It's going to be adjustment. It's not pretty right now. But let's be real, no one in this last game has been pretty. No one in these first 3 games have been necessarily really pretty. So with that being said, I'm not mad at Sochan or anything like that. It's just unfortunate. And don't forget how skilled he actually is. I think people start to forget that. Don't forget how skilled Sochan actually is. He's a really good player. It's just that he's put in a position right now where he's trying to adjust, right? And everyone is trying to find a way to get Wemby the ball and find his spots. And it's not a matter of if they're skilled enough to get him in his spots. I think they are. Sochan, Trey Jones, I think they're skilled enough passers to do that. I'm really trying to get my cat down. But it's just a matter of learning, and it's gonna be a minute. I'm moving this so she don't jump up here. Okay. I don't think she'll be able to jump up here like that. So with that being said, that's how I feel about the Sochan situation. Just give it some time. It's not a big deal. This team isn't going to win a lot of games, and I think that this is a really good learning experience. Really good learning experience for them. It's fine. He's not skilled. Who? Did you just say Jeremy Sochan is not skilled? I'm not entertaining that dude. Jeremy Sochan is very skilled. That's I'm not entertaining that. Anyway, let's see what's next. Let's see who else. It's kind of hard for me to like pinpoint anybody. I only brought up Sochan because most people like talked about Sochan, but I don't know. Keldon. Oh yeah. Okay, I do need to talk about this. Defensively, guys, it was bad. It was bad. I actually counted. I think it was in the third quarter. Actually, the beginning of the third quarter. And I counted how often they went at Keldon in the third quarter. And it was non-stop. They were relentless with it. Let's see. I think it was right here in the third. That was Westbrook. Keldon got a shooting foul. And Keldon got a defensive rebound there. And then Kawhi went at Keldon. All of these were on Keldon. Russell Westbrook, Kawhi. It was about 6 plays in a row that they went at Keldon Johnson. And I'm not exaggerating. It was about 6 or 7 plays in a row where they just nonstop went at Keldon. And Keldon got frustrated, and you could tell that he tried to come back with shots of his own. And I think Keldon took about 3 shots in a row on here. Let's see. That's Sochan miss. Or maybe it wasn't in a row. Let's see. Keldon Johnson missing running layup. Or pull up, sorry. He missed the driving, floating jump shot. And I think it was one more. Wasn't there? Okay, and then I guess he got fouled. Yeah, Westbrook shooting foul. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. But yeah, I guarantee, I promise you guys, it was about 4 minutes of them just going at Keldon nonstop. It was bad. But with that being said, I've said this so many times. I don't think Keldon's trash or anything. Like I'm not going as far. Like, people get mad at me for talking about Keldon. I don't think he's trash or he's like a bad player. Obviously, I think that it's just his role could be a little bit better, right? I think he'll be better suited for like a 6-man role, a role where he comes off the bench and he's a decent passer, decent initiator. He gets people open because of his driving ability, and I think that he's a spark plug as well. So getting that energy off the bench it'll just be relentless energy going towards the other team. I think that would be helpful. I wouldn't be mad. There's a few things that the Spurs could do here. I wouldn't be mad if they moved Wemby to center, had Sochan play power forward, which we talked about before, and then have Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, and maybe Chetty, because Chetty Osman's been playing very well. Like something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. I think that's a pretty balanced team if you want to do something like that. Or if you want to do Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Sochan, Wemby, and Collins, that's fine too. Not as balanced offensively, but defensively, I don't think that you have that many holes. And I think right now with Keldon in the starting lineup, they are going at him often. I mean, this game, I was just watching how often the Clippers were heading his way. Whoever he was guarding, that's where the ball went. Because they switched back and forth with actually right over here, it just showed one of the plays. But they switched over to Russell Westbrook. They switched to Kawhi. It didn't matter. They just went at Keldon no matter where he was at. So that it's unfortunate, but I think that what would help is just take him out of the starting lineup, because right now he doesn't necessarily benefit us as enough without the ball in his hands. You know what I mean? Like, when I think of Chetty Osman, I think he does help, or he does benefit the team quite a bit, or he adds more to the team even with the ball not in his hands. Trey Jones as well. He's pretty good without the ball in his hands. I just think Keldon, more often than not, he needs the ball in his hands to be like stupid successful, and that has just not been the case thus far. All right, so let's see. Anybody else that I want to talk about that stood out? Bassey continues to look good next to Wemby. Every time him and Wemby play together, it looks pretty nice. I wonder if the Spurs would ever in the future want to move Collins to the bench, because Collins is a better player than Bassey, like by far. But his shots are not going down. His 3-point shots is just, it hasn't been the best, at least from what I recall the other 2 games. So I think that what would be beneficial is maybe just have Bassey start with Wemby. They play really well off each other. Bassey's really good with this role. I don't know. They just, I don't know, their spacing together is a little bit better than Collins and Wemby right now. But hey, we'll see. We'll see in time. Oh, Vassell, I should have mentioned it. Vassell was great. I think though, I do have a critique. I think Vassell should take more shots. You guys agree with that, chat? I truly do believe that. I think Devin Vassell should take way more shots. Way more. I don't think there's a game where he should with this roster, okay? I don't think there's a game where he should only put up 10 shots. Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, I think, I mean, what option do we have as far as like, he should be like kind of a volume scorer. And it's not like he's taking bad shots. It's not like he's taking bad shots. He's taking very good high IQ shots. Yeah, way more. Yeah. I think he should be way more aggressive. That one play that he had in the fast break where I was sure that Kawhi was going to block that, but the way that he maneuvered in the air on that fast break was really, really nice. I mean, he is that scorer that we kind of wanted. Jamal Crawford almost with some of those moves he was making. So, me personally, I think Devin Vassell should just take more shots. I don't think should be a game where he only takes 10. He should be putting up at least 18 to 20 a game. That's just me. Trade KJ, he's peaked. I won't go as far as say trade and Keldon Johnson. I would just say switch his role a little bit. That's all. And when he's in that role where he's more of like the spark plug, he's a monster. Like, he can be really good. I mean, I don't know. And he got that little bit of nasty too, bro. That last game where he dunked the ball when he didn't have to, that was a little bit of nasty. He was a little bit nasty. I don't know. I don't think you should trade Keldon right now. I don't think that's the move. I just think, wait it out. Let him run, let him run the, let him run 6-man a little bit. That's just my opinion, but whatever. Obviously, Pop knows more. He knows his team. What else? Oh, I didn't even mention Wemby. Yeah. All right. So the entire team, look at this starting lineup. Look at the plus minus. Horrendous, right? -36, -30, -27, -30. Wemby is so good that he was -14. That's how good his defense is. Isn't that crazy? That's how much he affects the game. I noticed in this game, people really shied away from him. I mean, I never seen in my life Kawhi Leonard be that scared of Wemby. I mean, I never seen, not of Wemby, I'm sorry. I just never seen him be hesitant the way Kawhi was. Kawhi was very hesitant tonight when Wemby was around him. I don't know. It was very impressive. Wemby's defense just is always impressive though, but it was pretty nice to see. But I mean, Wemby, they were not getting him in good spots, man. That 4 for 10, I would say Wemby should take more shots, but I mean, which is true, but he was just not getting. He was not getting good spots, guys. It was bad. It was bad. And then our teams, like, I think maybe it's just a team chemistry right now. It's just off. I think our team chemistry is just a little off because, like, no one's making the extra pass. There were so many plays where Victor was pointing at who should get the ball. Like, it was one play in which he pointed at Doug McDermott, like, pass it to Doug McDermott. He was wide open, and then we took a contested 3. I don't think that the team was being selfish or anything like that. I think it's just team chemistry. It's just you got to make that extra pass. They were not making any extra passes. It was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Hold on, let me see some of these comments that I missed. Malachi was trash tonight, missed literally every layup he took. I think that Malachi Branham is staying in the game as long as he's staying in the game because his shots are high quality shots. I think that's what it comes down to. Also, I think that Malachi might have an issue with getting down on himself quite a bit. Maybe very similar to what Derek White was struggling with. Like, so much potential, but yeah, he's going to have to, and that'll happen with time, but he's going to have to gain a little bit more confidence. But his shots were actually high IQ shots. I thought they were good shots. He's just missing them, and that's okay. I'm okay with shots being missed as long as they're high quality shots. It's just a matter of, and I mean that in that you're getting yourself open and then you're making it a high quality shot, or off ball you're doing something to make. Like, I'm not okay with Trey Jones missing wide open 3-pointers, because it happens like way too often. He didn't do anything there. It's like, okay, that's a good shot, but you didn't do anything to make that really a good shot. I feel like Malachi Branham, he really does like create his own shot. And he's so good around screens as well. I'm not mad at Malachi. It's fine. Just give him some time. I think fans are getting a little antsy, and it's because we have Wemby, so they think automatically it's time to win now, and that's not the case. Like I said before, I'm gonna be saying this all season. I'm going for the Spurs to win. Like, I'm cheering for it. It's not like last season where I was sitting back like, I kind of want us to lose so we can try to get Wemby. Like, I'm not on that tip anymore, okay? I think that Spurs got some really good draft picks coming up. I'm okay with us attempting to win. Like, try to win. Learn how to win. I think it's time for that, and I think it'll be good for Wemby's development and Sochan Vassell's development as well. But I don't see that coming in the future. I don't see the Spurs being a playoff team. I don't even know if they'll sniff the playoffs. Maybe sniff the playoffs might be a little too strong. They might be a play-in team. I guess that would be sniffing in the playoffs if you're a play-in team. Am I crazy, or is Wemby being a foot taller than his defender means he's open almost every possession? The problem isn't the fact that Wemby's open. The problem is the team doesn't know how to get him the ball. It's not a skill issue with some of these players. Like, I don't think it's a skill issue with Sochan or Trey. I just think they don't know how to give him the ball yet. I mean, they don't know what his spots are. And that's the thing with Wemby. While he's not really a project player, he's not like super refined in what he's going to be offensively. Defensively, you can see it, right? It's so obvious. Offensively, gotta kind of see, you know? So, and I think it's kind of difficult for the team to figure out how he wants the ball, where to throw it. I mean, just think about it. Even those lobs and that he finished, they have not been good lobs. They've been late. They've been a little overthrown. They are just not in good spots. And you got to keep in mind that, like, while the refs are struggling on how to officiate Wemby, you would assume, and defenses are struggling. I mean, not defenses. Offenses are struggling against Wemby. They don't know how to maneuver against Wemby yet. You would assume also that would mean the Spurs players do not know how to play with Wemby yet. No one. This is unmarked territory. We have never had a player in the history of NBA like Wembanyama. Yeah, a little bit, but not quite. Okay, not like this. This is a whole nother level. This is a whole nother beast. And in these guys' eras, they have not dealt with a player like this. So it's just gonna take a minute. Paul George looked like he wasn't trying to score. Wasn't trying and was scoring and still in the ball still. Yeah, that was pretty bad. It was just another night for Paul George. It was just another night for Paul George. And Wemby was getting some pretty decent shots off. I think that right now it's just a matter of letting letting the game kind of come to you a little bit, and the team figuring out how to get it to his spots. That's it. And hopefully when time goes on, Sochan can get moved. to where he will be more comfortable. Because even defensively, he hasn't looked the best. And I think part of that is because of the guards he's had to guard as well. Defensively, he's not the same. But, he hasn't played for a long time. That's 7 months of basketball. Only been back for a few games. It's okay. Please stop starting Sochan at point. It's... Look, at the end of the day, everyone is not playing their best. I mean, Sochan had 4 turnovers, which was dreadful. Trey Jones had 4 turnovers, which was dreadful. Sochan had 3 personal fouls. Trey Jones had 3 personal fouls. Sochan had 3 assists. Trey Jones had 4. It was just a rough game, guys. And this was a bad matchup. And we're going to have to struggle with this for a minute. It's going to take a minute to get past this. But those are my thoughts about that. We can kind of end this segment. I don't really have anything else to say. I think that this was just a learning curve. I think that this was probably bound to happen after that emotional win they just had. And this is usually what happens with young teams. They go into the next one like still super excited, and they screw it up. All right, before we stop this one, let's read this one. What do you think? I'm going to read this super chat. So big shout out to Samya. Thank you for the super chat. It says, what do you think is going wrong with Sochan? Many have mentioned his bad body language. Not sure if there's some chemistry issue or limelight issues. I have definitely seen the body language stuff. Hold on, let me change this. I think it's more that he's just getting down on himself. That little bit of nasty, that edge that he had prior is just not necessarily there, because he's in a position right now where he has to guard quite a few guards. And while I do believe that he can guard 1 through 5, I don't think that he can guard 1 and 2 consistently. And that's almost what's being asked of him on a nightly basis right now. And then offensively, you're asking him to initiate the offense, but the thing that he does the best right now is off-ball cuts and all that good stuff. Also, this is another thing to keep in mind, okay? During the offseason, there was an interview with Sochan in which they asked Sochan, they said, yo, what's going on with, or what are you working on this offseason? That's what they asked him. And he said, and I remember because I was kind of concerned. He said, I'm focusing more on playmaking, and that's where like most of the focus has been. Essentially, that's what he said. Okay, I'm paraphrasing a little bit. And I was like, I wish he would have answered with, my 3-point shooting. But that's where the focus been off season. So I think that with all of that work that he's put in and him being implemented into the point guard position right now, and it's not necessarily working out, has caused him to struggle a little bit. I don't think it has to do with ego. I don't think it has to do with him not being a good teammate or not being in the limelight or anything like that. I think that he's losing some of his nasty, and it's because the position he's in, and he's starting to be a little unsure of himself. But as it goes on, I think that he'll play more of the position that he's used to. I think that this will be really good learning situation for him, and he'll get better at facilitating and play, because he's a decent playmaker. Okay, he is. He's a good playmaker. He's a good passer. I just think that he needs to be closer to his natural position right now. And yeah, he's nowhere near that. When he has to run point, he's far from what he was last season. So start Sissoko at point guard. No. It'll be the same issue. Not right now. He hasn't colored his hair. He's missing that nasty, man. He's missing it right now. He looks very uncomfortable. Yeah, it's his sophomore year. They got more footage on him. He's also in a different position. You gotta give him a minute. Let him cook a little bit. It'll ramp up. It'll be all right. Just start Jones, man. That's fine too. But I'll be honest, Trey Jones has not looked like his passing has been much better. I think the offense is more controlled with him in the helm. But guys, this whole season, like this is just a Band-Aid. You're just putting a Band-Aid over the issue right now. If you start Trey Jones, sure, that's fine. If you start Sochan, I guess. but it's just a band-aid. At the end of the day, we're gonna need like some actual guard in that position. And Sochan, he's just not there yet. And Trey Jones, I mean, Trey Jones will be a starting point guard that's really a backup in the NBA. So you're just kind of putting a band-aid on it. Like let Sochan run this, let him get a little bit more comfortable in it, because he's already comfortable with the other role that he had prior. So just chill out, let him get comfortable with it, because I guarantee you in the long term, this is going to be helpful, because let's just say a few years from now, right, in the future, the San Antonio Spurs got to go against a team that just lines up so perfectly. If Sochan could run point guard that game, it's going to help. It's going to be beneficial. This is more of a long-term thing. While the Spurs are trying to win now, I also think that this is a long-term project, not something that's like short-term or instant gratification right now. He's never done this before, but keep in mind that that's the whole reason that they got him, is because of his versatility, because he can kind of go into any role. I just think that he's a little down on himself because of the slump, and it happens. It happens. It's not a big deal. He'll be all right. We just need an elite point guard to complete our places. Am I right? Yeah, for sure. We just need an elite guard that can combo guard that can do a little bit of everything. That's what I really think the Spurs are missing. Just a combo guard that can do everything. And put up buckets. But yeah, but right now it's fine. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I tell you this much: I don't want Sochan putting up 2 shots. He put up 2 shots, both of which was 3. That is not his strong suit, y'all. That is not his strong suit. I'm okay with the 2 threes. They weren't bad shots. I'm okay with them. But no, dude. Last game, the Spurs looked very efficient. Or no, they didn't. That's a lie. They didn't look super efficient. But last game they did look much better. Let's see. Let's go to Spurs. I do want to see, because I know Sochan got some pretty good looks underneath the basket last game, and that was closer to what he's really good at. Sorry, I'm trying to find I guess he'll be on their schedule, huh? Let's go to Houston. And let's go to box score. Yeah, see? 5 for 9, only took 1 3. That's more of his bread and butter right there. That's what you want. That's what you want. But he's just a little out of his element right now. And I think that's good right there. About 9 shots. Sochan takes about 9 shots. He's just such a good cutter as well. And I think that's just messing him up. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm not going to harp on Sochan. Get used to him looking pretty rough, though, at point. He's not used to it yet. But he'll be all right. He'll be good. He'll be good. So, let's end this segment. By the way, thanks for putting me in the Wemby song. Oh, dude. Yeah, anybody that's a patron or YouTube member, when I do something like that, that's like, because people, I can't do it on every one of my videos because people leave and come back all the time, and like I'll have to change it like every single time. We just do too many videos for me to do it. But videos that are highly edited, like the Wemby song, the Dear Wemby song, yeah, I definitely want to give thanks to supporters and stuff. So thank you, man. We need a center who can guard. Huh? Yeah, Zach Collins trash. Zach Collins isn't trash. What are you guys talking about? Zach Collins isn't trash. You know the problem with Zach Collins right now? His 3-point shooter isn't, his 3-point shot isn't going down. Like the whole reason why Zach Collins is starting next to Wemby was because he can space the floor. He's a decent defender, and he could take advantage of mismatches. But like that was the whole reason he started with Wemby. But unfortunately, as it stands right now, he doesn't have the 3-point shot going down. So it's like, dang, you might as well have Bassey out there, right? Wemby can play center, guys. It's not rocket science. I see. That's one thing that confused me too, because I was of the notion that the San Antonio Spurs would adjust based on the lineup. Like, for instance, with the Rockets game, they did not really put Wemby at center. And I thought that that would be a game to do that, right? Like, I thought that that would be a game to actually do that, put him at center. But they didn't do that this last game. But this game right here, like this game that we just went against, or going against the Clippers, I don't necessarily think he had to be center. You know, we're still figuring things out. It's only 3 games. They're going to struggle, and our record is about to get crazy. Would have loved Duren on this team. No. Wait. Duren was in the same class as Primo, right? I guess in hindsight that would have been better. Wasn't he? He was. Yeah. He was. No, he wasn't. He was in Sochan's class. No, dude. I'll take Sochan. Yeah, see, he was the same class as Sochan. No. I would have took Sochan. No, screw that. No, screw that, dude. No, I would have took Sochan. I still pick Sochan. I think long run, we get more versatility. I think in the long run, he's going to be more of like a glue guy. He'll be all right. Jalen Duren is playing well, though. It was like 18 points, 15 rebounds, and 2.7 blocks. That's pretty good. Okay. All right, chat. Let's talk about this because I think this is pretty funny. I'm really sleepy, but I'm going to try to get through it, okay? Let's get through this. This guy on Twitter, man. Oh, my God. So he pissed off somebody, okay? You're wondering who he pissed off. Well, he actually pissed off our beloved Malachi Branham. Now, I'm going to show you why. Hold on. Let me see. And as you can see on his Twitter account, he even put that he's toxic. Let's see. Moving on down. Let's see. He actually posted what he said about Malachi, and Malachi got pretty angry and went into this man's DMs. Let's see. Where can we find it? Oh my goodness, bro. You post so often. I mean, I do too, but this is another. Oh, here it is. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is what he had to say about Malachi Branham. Now, this is a while ago, this one right here, so I don't think that he will be reacting to this, but Malachi probably saw it. I don't know. He said, LOL, it's not important, but that loss kind of goes on Malachi and Blake. Looking off Wemby in crunch time when he's been on fire is juvenile and immature. I don't know. I think that you should have looked towards Wemby. I don't know if I go as far as to say it's juvenile. I don't know. But moving on, it says Malachi and Branham should never be on this. See, this is bad. Should never be on the same basketball court as Victor Wembanyama again. It's insane that he refused to give that man the ball. That was 2 days ago, or yeah, I think so. It says 2 days. I don't know. It was October 28th, 2 days ago. 26. I don't know. And it says Malachi Branham must absolutely hate Wemby. It's shocking how much he won't pass him the ball. This guy, if you're not familiar with him, he is always popping off the mouth with something, bro. It's always something. I've got into it with him on Twitter. He's always popping off the mouth. Now, let me say this, okay? Before we look at the Malachi Branham or DM that he sent him, let me say this. I think it's totally okay to critique players. I don't think that anybody's above criticism. You know, obviously it's entertainment. I just think that it goes too far to a certain level. Like, I try my best. I'm not saying that I'm perfect at it. Like, for instance, I'll talk about Keldon Johnson and what I don't like and disagree with and everything, but I'll never go as far as say he's trash or he doesn't deserve to be on the court with anybody else. I think that's a little silly. I just think that with what he does well, he will be better suited in a different role. That's just how I see it. That's just my opinion. But obviously, I don't know basketball like Pop, right? And I don't know these guys personally. So it might be a mental thing. I don't know. It's whatever, right? But I will talk. I will criticize if need be. But this is just silly. I mean, right? Can we all agree that this is a little silly? Let's see. Let's see Quan go one-on-one against Malachi. No. I don't like when we start saying like, well, you can't play basketball. It's like, well, you can critique somebody just because you're not necessarily in their expertise, right? Not necessarily. You can't. You could probably say someone's a pretty bad chef, even if you're not a chef, right? You taste the food, you see it. It's disgusting. That's not a good chef, even though you're not a good chef. But anyways, all right. So moving on. So this is what happened. So he sent those out, and this was what Malachi Branham had to say. He said, "You follow me just to talk crazy. Plus, you can't even spell my name right. Big fan of your work." So that's the message that he sent him. You can see that he's quite frustrated, not happy, not very happy with what he sees there. But Quan is like nonstop going at Malachi, by the way, nonstop. But moving on, and we'll talk about Malachi in a minute. We can talk about Malachi in a minute, but let's see. And the next one this is Quan's message to Malachi. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, if I spelled your name wrong, I'm sorry. It was genuinely unintentional, and I can see how it would annoy anyone to consistently see that online. But if you're worried about me and what I'm saying, then your focus ain't in the right spot. You should ignore every fan on Twitter and focus on the fact that you're in the NBA playing for the Spurs. Regardless, you're a player on my favorite team, and I hope you play well and wish you nothing but the best. I think you have real talent, and I look forward to seeing on if you can become a real asset to this team. Cheers, Malachi. Quan. Then he turned into like an email. I'm from SoCal and we'll be at the game on Sunday. Go Spurs, go. Yeah, whatever. Dude, if I responded like this after I don't know. If I responded like this, I just wouldn't post it. I don't know. But overall, yeah, you can see that he responded with, "Oh, well, Malachi, I'm sorry, man. I really apologize, but why is your focus on me?" Like, dude, you know you wanted him to see that. And then I saw this, and this is actually pretty funny. So we got some responses here. So Matt Lerma, these are people that I know on Twitter, I'm familiar with, and somebody from our chat was on here. So he says, I hope it's not going around the locker room. Wait, that's the two players that you talk trash on, letting you know they see what you're saying. Oh, that it was another player. Dude, he's nonstop with it. Oh, it was Dominic Barlow. I didn't even know Dominic Barlow reacted to it. How? You know what? There's a big difference between going at like Keldon. I'm sorry. I'm protecting myself now. Going at Keldon or like critiquing Keldon, and the way in which you're critiquing Malachi Branham and Dominic Barlow. These are like children. I mean, I know obviously Keldon's really young too, but like he got some years in the league. These are children. Malachi, he only got like real playing time maybe the last 3 months of last season. What do you like? Why are you so hostile towards Malachi? It's only his second year. Like, you got to give guys a little time before you start giving them critiques, and especially Don Barlow. I wonder what he said about Don Barlow, because Don Barlow, I think he could be a legitimate asset to the San Antonio Spurs, as he said. I don't know, that's weird. Anyways, he said, I hope it's not going around the locker room. I guarantee you it's not. I mean, Spurs players know about my channel and know about me. I guarantee you they're not talking about me, right? And so if I feel like they're not talking about me and how often we cover the Spurs, I highly doubt they're talking about, a Twitter guy. This dude just wants clout. It's like that. I wouldn't just throw that accusation at anybody, but him in particular, I think he does just want clout. And maybe this video will give him that. I don't know, chat. He said, I'm sure it is. I doubt it is. Or it's just one hell of a coincidence. I hope you'll think twice before saying a Spurs player doesn't belong on the court. Yeah, that's the bad thing. Or that you don't understand why people like a player. Devin and Jeremy sort of regularly respond to people on Twitter and IG. They see what we're saying. And then going back here. And then here comes our girl, Ruru, from the chat. Yes, me and Ruru, we disagree often. But when we agree, we are like this, son. We are like this. All right, let's see. So Quan responded to Matt. He said, I promise I will not think twice about it. I will continue to criticize NBA basketball players whenever I deem necessary and continue to praise them for their success whenever I want. They shouldn't listen to a word I say. That's not criticism. I just feel like there's a line there, right? That's not criticism. I feel like when you start going a little bit over the line, it should be warranted. Not that a player played poorly or they missed layups or they missed shots. Or I don't think you should go as far as to say you don't deserve to be on the court as your teammate. I think that that's absolutely insane, especially since Wemby is still figuring things out himself. That is insane. When I start getting upset is when it's like a more of a veteran player, a player that should know better, and they're having tunnel vision on the court. It's like, come on, dude, you've been in the league for a while. Come on. But I would never say Keldon doesn't deserve to be on the court as Wemby. That's insane. Baruru says, save your BS critiques for yourself then. Why are you bothered they responded back to you when you got their name in your mouth? It goes both ways. Honestly, I just like the clapback. I don't really like Quan. The next one, you'll see. And then he responded to that. And he said, I'm going to the game tonight. And this is talking about the Clippers game. And I'm going to cheer for the Spurs and boo Kawhi. Y'all's not going to steal my joy on the day the Lord has made. Haha, you so funny. And then she said, good. You did say you was going. I hope it's first level behind the Spurs bench. Make sure you find Malachi for me and pop off face to face like them X fingers or Twitter fingers be doing and report back, Mr. Spurs fan. She's not happy. And I think there was another one. Let's see. This might be the last one. And I think it's the last one because I liked it, so I wouldn't forget to see it. He said, nah, shawty. By the way, you guys should, if you ever heard him talk, you probably know of him. If you ever heard him talk, the way the fact that he just said, nah, shawty is hilarious. I'm in the cheap seats. I'm there to enjoy a game, not heckle emotional teenagers for an outrageous ticket price. Y'all too deep on this. All right. So, and I think that's it there. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. So with that being said, let me go ahead and say this. We'll just bring this up and I'll talk about Malachi for a second. Malachi Branham. I am a huge fan of Malachi's game. I think that the reason why he's getting playing time, maybe not necessarily because of his defense, but it's because he's taking high quality shots. It's just not going down. And he's a player that I think needs to be instilled with a little bit more confidence. He does get down on himself. Like, you can physically see it. You saw Pop get onto him one of the games for getting down on himself. Might have been the first game, actually. So, yeah, you can see it. He does. He gets upset, and it was like that in college as well. But overall, the reason why this critique of Malachi's dumb is because he most definitely should be on the court with Wembanyama. He complements Wemby perfectly. He is a very snappy three-point shooter. I mean, he just lets it go so quickly. He's a great mid-range scorer. He's really good with pick and rolls, like phenomenal around screens. So I definitely think that he works well with Wemby. It's just a matter of him becoming a little bit more confident. And I have not seen a lot of Malachi Branham shots where I say, oh, why'd you take that? It rarely happens. He's just been missing it. But when he goes off, he goes off. He is, I think in the future, he will be more of kind of a volume scorer. And I wouldn't even be mad, like this whole, people are upset or scared about the point guard position. As it stands right now, I wouldn't be mad if we experiment and allow him to be point guard a little bit. In college, he did it often. He's not bad at it. I don't think that would be a problem at all if the Spurs went in that direction as well. Just trying to experiment there. Not necessarily make him start or anything. Don't put him, feet under, over the fire right now. Like he's still learning and adjusting. But I think I think that he just needs a confidence boost. It'll take time. You know, that type of stuff just takes a minute. And when you're a shooter like he is, you got to continue to shoot. You can't stop. So I think that he has the right approach. It's good that he's continuously shooting these high quality shots. If they were bad shots, I would say that, but it's fine. I think he'll be all right, right? And I think that, like I said, last season to this, I think that he'll make one of the biggest jumps on the team, only because he just didn't get a lot of opportunities last season. So now that he's getting these opportunities, we're going to see him get better and better and better. Even those 2 threes that he had in this game is so quick. I mean, he is so quick. His shot is so fast. It's really hard to block. It's really hard to contest. It's just so fast. And he should have had 3 threes, honestly, because how many did he actually have? Crap, I don't have the thing already up. Give me a second. Let's go to box score. I think he had 2, but he really should have had 3, I think. Let's see. Yeah, he had 2. Yeah, one of those just rolled in, rolled out. He got shooter touch, so I'm not mad. It's fine. Now, as far as should he stay off Twitter, should he stay offline? I would say don't respond. Just don't respond. I would even go as far as don't respond to me. Okay? If I say something, don't respond to me. Don't respond. Because it'll be a segment. It's all right. It'll be a segment. Quan is a troll, dude. It'll be a segment. Do not respond with me. If I did anything, do not respond. Just leave me be. I just don't want to have to talk about it. Quan versus Clan. There's no comp, bro. There's no comp. I just truly don't like him. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm very honest about it. I don't like Quan. As a person, obviously, this is all talking about internet realm, right? Internet realm, I don't like him. His persona online, I don't like it. It's kind of lame. But if we were talking offline, I probably would still not like him. I don't know. I probably wouldn't. Yeah, and it's not a big deal. It is what it is. All right. Let's end the segment. Cut the segment. All right. All right, guys. Last thing for the night. Okay, I am sleepy. I'm too sleepy. Hey, they all need work. They all do need work. Night? No, I'm not going. Dude, I'm not getting off now. Just give me a second. All right. Let's see. So this is an interview. This is Wemby, I think. I think that's his name. And this is Manu, Tim Duncan, it starts with a T. Tiago? I don't know. I don't remember who this is. I don't know. But let's see what this future Hall of Famer and this role player has to say. Let's see.
Moi, c'est ce que je vois. Moi, j'ai l'impression que.
It's in French. I can't read that. I'm just kidding. I'll read it for you. Wait, can you see it? You guys can't see that. I'm not gonna read it for you. Hold on. Let's make it pick. Oh crap. Oh my god. How are you gonna see this? Hold on. Can I zoom in a little bit? That'll work. Yeah, you guys can see that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. Let's listen.
Moi, c'est ce que je vois. Moi, j'ai l'impression que quand je t'ai vu jouer la dernière fois, là, j'ai l'impression que t'es là depuis 15 ans, quoi. T'es super à l'aise. En plus, Pop, il te met bien. Il annonce les ISO, tous les touches et tout ça. Donc, c'est parfait pour commencer comme ça, quoi. Et de toute façon, c'est le but, hein, qu'on te mette le plus à l'aise possible. Est-ce que t'as déjà eu... Enfin, je pense pas que t'aies encore vu le Pop énervé, là. Non, comment s'est passée ta première rencontre avec lui et ton adaptation avec lui?
Il a jamais voulu prendre trop de place, tu sais. La première fois que je l'ai vu, c'était le soir où je suis arrivé, en fait. Et et puis il nous a dit ouais, on va manger ensemble le lendemain avec toute ta famille. Et puis on est arrivé au restaurant avec toute ma famille. Et il nous a dit bon, profitez, moi je m'en vais. Vous avez pas pu passer un moment ensemble depuis 1 mois. Vous mangez ensemble, moi je m'en vais et tout. Et quand on a voulu payer pour partir, il
wow.
a dit ouais,
ça, c'est pas spécial ça.
Donc ouais, il a jamais voulu prendre trop de place comme ça. Et j'ai pas encore vu le pop énervé, mais je pense que ça arrive bientôt. Mais il a mis un peu d'autorité déjà 2-3 fois.
Okay. Huh. Don't ever disrespect Tony like that again. He my GOAT. Obviously, Tony Parker is awesome. I've been saying that. Okay. That's Brent Berry. Oh, that's Brent Berry. Can you imagine, bro? I couldn't imagine being in Brent Berry's shoes during all that. God, dude.
Moi, c'est ce que je vois.
All
Moi,
right.
j'ai l'impression que...
All right, what did I take from this? Popovich is just a good human being. I don't know. I have no evidence for the contrary. Can he be terrible in real life? Maybe. But I have no evidence for it. I think Popovich is a good person. He's an awesome human being. And I could not be happier with Wemby being in Popovich's hands and not someone else's. And one thing that Tony said, and it's absolutely true, we got to find a way to give him the ball. We got to make sure he's comfortable. He is not comfortable with this team right now, y'all. He is not comfortable. Even the win against the Rockets, man, it wasn't comfortable. It was pretty ugly. He just did his thing. He's just that talented. But like, good God. I know one thing I didn't talk about was that double block on Jabari Smith. Man, Wemby does things that you see every blue moon in the NBA. How often do you see someone get blocked and then that same player get back in the position or even be in the position to block them again? That was really impressive. And he tried him. He tried Wemby. That was really impressive. People do not want to be on a highlight reel with him. And I think that actually goes to our favor a little bit. Like, we talked about highlight culture, like how a lot of guys come into the NBA, like that's kind of what they're concerned with this being on social media and it getting around and all that type of stuff. They don't want to be on an ESPN top 10, right? But man, oh man, it kind of fits in our favor because they do not try Wemby. Most players are not going to try him. They're like, screw that. I don't know. I'm not getting embarrassed. He's intimidating, dude. He's intimidating. But anyways, yeah, offensively, they got to find a way to get him the ball. They got to. And it'll take time. It's only 3 games. It's just a difficult task. I'm not going to count preseason because preseason was more so just getting to know each other a little bit. He wasn't playing the full games. Now that he's playing like actual NBA minutes, it's just going to take a minute. There's a lot of things here. Don't expect the Spurs to be a playoff team. Don't expect us to, compete for a championship right now. Wemby has to adjust. Wemby has to come into his own, and that's going to take time. That's going to take a minute, right? It's just going to take a minute, and that's okay. But Wemby's nowhere near ready for like playoffs or, ready to take us to the promised land or anything like that. It's going to take a minute. I don't think it'll take super long, by the way, mind you, that he'll be like ready to really compete in those against those types of teams. I just think it's not there yet. It's going to take a while, at least a season or 2. Wemby is lost one day and All-Star next day. Well, yeah, but like, I don't think he was that lost against the Dallas Mavericks and the Rockets. Not really. It was just against the Clippers, man. That's tough. That was just a bad matchup for all of us, though. 3 years and we're competing for championships. Yeah, I say. Actually, I completely agree with you. I say after the 2025 draft is when the Spurs will really start to get cooking. So I agree with you. We need Zaza Pachulia against the Clippers tonight. Or we needed him. Yeah. We're going to be good, man. We're going to be good. So as far as these games coming up, let's see. This is going to suck. And it's going to suck because it's at 9 o'clock, man. Good God. I don't want to deal with that. the game tonight was at 8 and we're getting off at 11:40. Would that mean we're getting off at, oh gosh, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to do a post game. Oh, by the way, guys, I got something cooking. So I'll just say this. I'll just say this in this segment. Who the F made this schedule? I have no idea, dude. But I do have something cooking. So for these post game shows that we'll be doing, right? I'm going to make sure that it looks beautiful. So collabing with someone right now, and it's going to look really gorgeous. So we can actually have it looking pretty nice when we talk about like what happened that game and everything like that. I think that it'll benefit the live streams, and I think it'll benefit the channel quite a bit. So that's the direction we're gonna go in with that. It's gonna be pretty dope. Gonna be pretty dope. But yeah, this schedule's wild. I don't know if we get out of these Suns games, but I am interested. Who are the Suns? Hold on. Their last game, you'll see. Preseason, okay. So they won against the Warriors. They lost against the Lakers. And then they killed the Jazz. Isn't this the game that Marketing went off? Oh, no, I guess Marketing went off a different game. Let's see. I actually think Wemby matches up pretty well in this game. It's going to be pretty nice to see Wemby versus Kevin, because that's going to be the matchup, right? It'd be Wemby versus Kevin. I think we match up pretty well in this game, actually. I really like Drew Eubanks. I hate that people hated on when he was with San Antonio. Anyways, good stuff. Just got here. Can we summarize the whole stream in like 5-7 words? Spurs were really bad tonight. For real. There you go. We also do a lot of a lot too. We also do a lot of turnovers. There you go. That's a good one. Quan evil, Spurs bad, but promising. There you go. Thanks for that summary. Yeah, there you go. Last song was fire. Thank you. Thank you, man. Oh gosh, it was fun. That was fun. It wasn't really like successful. I think the algorithm kind of screwed me on that one. I had to kind of like push people towards actually seeing that it was uploaded. That's frustrating. You got to be really timely with those types of things. The heck is this? I don't want to play it because I think it'll be copyrighted. That's pretty cool. Where is this? I can't even hear the music. I'm just like picturing it in my head. That's pretty cool, bro. I'm gonna retweet it just cause. They have Flavor Flav singing the national anthem at the. That's pretty funny. Hold on, I'm gonna mute it so I can hear it. I don't know if it's copyrighted. No, it wouldn't be copyrighted. Strive and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rise. This is crazy. I bet you a lot of people were confused. Like, who is this? What? Isn't that the guy from that reality show in 2007? That's funny. They just be having anyone do the anthem. Well, why not, bro? The anthem is a joke at this point. It's an absolute joke. Like the way I can't stand hearing the national anthem at games. And you know why? It's because most of the people that go up there and sing the national anthem, it's just like all about them. Like they go up there and it's just like, let me hit every single note I possibly can. And you just kind of dilute it at that point, right? Like it's no longer the anthem. It's just you being a show off. It's the same thing with all these like Disney remakes, like all these Disney movie remakes, like live action crap where they redo the songs and like it's really just for the artist to sing more notes. Why it was written like that initially for a reason. You don't supposed to do all that extra stuff. Like it's not about you. You're supposed to be part of the song. You don't supposed to just it don't supposed to be about you. That pisses me off, bro. It irritates me. It happens all the time. Did it in Little Mermaid. They did it in Lion King. They did it in Aladdin. It's like, why do we keep doing this? Stop. It was written like that for a reason. Stop that. So frustrating. He sounded better than Fergie. He kind of did. For real, Clan. Plus, it's so outdated. It is outdated. Yeah, the national anthem is outdated. I just think it's dumb. I just think it's dumb. Dude, I don't know. Just sing it. Like, why are we doing so much? Like, I roll my eyes when people like Beyonce or whatever do it. But you know what? I feel like Whitney Houston. Hold on, I'm gonna go back and listen to Whitney because I know that that'd be copyrighted. Hold on, I'm gonna listen to it before I make this statement. Let me see. Let's see. Whitney Houston did it in Super Bowl 1991, and I remember it being beautiful. Let's see. But I don't think she did all that extra stuff. I'm gonna listen to it myself. I have to listen to it. Give me a second. She didn't do too much. She didn't. It was beautiful, but she didn't do too much. It wasn't like okay, time for my R. Kelly solo. You know how R. Kelly would do that all the time in his songs? Not that I listen to R. Kelly. I don't listen to R. Kelly. I never listened to R. Kelly. I just heard about the fact that R. Kelly sometimes does that with his songs. I'm just kidding. Screw R. Kelly, by the way. Big R. Kelly. No, dude, screw R. Kelly. Used to be. But when I say used to be, I was a child and I didn't actually know about everything. Now that I know he's a literal supervillain, no, I'm not an R. Kelly fan. I don't listen to his stuff no more. But do yourself a favor, okay? Look up R. Kelly. Obviously can't play it because it's copyright. I wish I could. Maybe we need to start streaming on Twitch. Twitch would probably be okay with this. Look up R. Kelly. What is it called? The World Greatest. You know that song? I'm that little star of hope when you're home. Say this. I can't remember the lyrics. I'm the world's greatest. I'm that little bit of hope when your back's against the ropes. Yeah, I made it. I'm the world's greatest. Look this up. Mad TV, the greatest. Look this up. You're going to have a good time, okay? It's very disturbing. It is. But it's really funny. It's kind of what makes it more disturbing, though. What makes it the most disturbing? God, 17 years ago. Oh, my God. That's when I was watching Mad TV. Oh, my goodness, dude. 17. It's been 17 years. Jeez, dude. But what makes this so funny, or what makes it so disturbing, that's what I was gonna say, is that, good God, everyone knew. I mean, as a kid, I didn't know how bad it actually was. Everyone knew. Like, it's not just it's just this one girl that a lot of people act like it was. In this video, they show like, oh yeah, he had a bunch of tapes and all that. Everyone knew. It's the golden shower, ain't it? Dude, it's so funny. OMG, I remember this. Yeah, it's pretty disturbing the more that it comes back to me. It's insane. This is hilarious, but it's also insane how everyone knew. Like, and not only did everyone know, they knew every detail of it. Everyone knew. How did he get away with it for so long? That's so crazy. Clan, you see the post on Facebook asking about you in the fan group? I'm going to look at that and then we're going to get out. Asking about me? No, I didn't. Let's see. Did they like tag me or something? What fan group is it? Oh, wait. Someone mentioned you in a comment. What? No, somebody just tagged me in this. Yeah, so where did they... Yeah, they just tagged me for some reason. Why'd they tag me? Congratulations, Trey Jones, on a great game. That is funny. 118K likes? Dude, I need to be on Facebook more. Good God. That's a crazy number of likes. Yeah, can you tell me what group that is? Off topic, but I'm about to cop the Wemby alien tee. I just sent off like 4 orders this past weekend. The other ones I'm still waiting. Whatever you get, just be patient with me because it has to be sent to me. Or the designs. I get the designs sent to me and then I make the shirts here and then I package them and then ship them out. So you got to give it time because it's a process for it to come to me. Then it's a process for me to, have the time to do it and then send it out. So, of course, yeah. I'm just letting you know. I need to tell people that more often because I get emails sometimes and they're like, hey, I mean, no one's rude about it. They're just like, hey, I just want to get, an update on orders and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah. You'll get a tracking number. You said you know already? Okay, cool. Thoughts on the new Dragon Ball anime? Oh, we never talked about that. I'll talk about it in a minute. I tagged you on that one, LOL, but official Spurs fan group. What's your name? Frosty. Is your name Frosty on Facebook too? Hold on. This starts to ask me to open that. I'm not opening that. Mender. It's not Frosty Mender. I legit don't see it, bro. Well, no, I'm mentioning stuff. Is waiting for a reply. Admin changed their name. Can you help me out here? You said Spurs fan group, so let me see. Spurs fan group. Might be the second greatest option to Facel. They might have deleted the post. So what did the post say? Is this it? Official? I'm not part of this group, so I wouldn't be able to see it unless it was sent to me. Is this the fan group? Just say what they said. Anyways, I was super like that Dragon Ball Daima thing. Is it Daima? Maybe Daima. I think it's gonna be cool. That's the group clan. Alright, I'll join it. Then I got it's pending for. Oh God, who's your favorite all-time Spur? Manu. How long have you been a Spurs fan? Gosh, I don't know. Was it 2003, 4, 5? I don't know. I'm gonna go with 5. How did you discover the fan group? I agree. Whatever it is, I wouldn't do any of it anyway. Submit. All right, I'll take a look. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. I was wondering if it was canon or not, and after figuring out it's canon, I was like, okay, when the heck does this take place? Because we are just ignoring Super at this point, but it takes place before Super, but after, well, during the 10-year gap between the end of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, whatever. You get what I'm saying. It looks all right. It looks like it's going to be cute, and maybe it'll be a good little segue into future Super. Honestly, I think I have a vibe that they're not going to go directly by the manga. I don't even know if Akira Toriyama is going to even bring up Vegeta Ultra Ego. And with stuff like that, I wonder, it's like, it's so murky. Dragon Ball is so murky as far as what's canon and what's not. It was so easy back in the day. Pretty sure they deleted it. They asked about your content and if people like it and this and that, but maybe the admin deleted it. Oh, okay. I don't know. People get angry with me, bro. If it was anything like Reddit, they all hated me. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be pretty neat. I think it's gonna be pretty nice. I guess I just don't think that they're gonna go directly by the manga. It's one of those things that, because Akira Toriyama has not brought up Ultra Ego at all. I don't think that he likes it. I know that he creates the outlines and stuff like that. I wonder if that actually wasn't necessarily his creation. I have no idea. I personally don't really like how Ultra Ego functions. I like the look of it. I like how crazy it makes Vegeta, but it just seems like the whole point of it is for him to get beat up a lot, and I think that's kind of lame. So I at the end of the day, I'm not crazy about some of the things that Super has or the manga has done, and that's one of the things where I'm waiting back and I'm like, I don't think that they're gonna cover all this. I think some of the things they're gonna hit is definitely the Granola arc. Oh, you see, the Granola arc is wasted potential. They aren't going to follow it up in Super. You don't think so? I feel like they would hit the Granola arc. Moro is definitely one you hit. That one was pretty good. It's a few things in there where it kind of missed the point, and that's where I'm like, God, I wish Akira Toriyama was just had full helm of everything again, because it just completely missed the point. And every time Akira Toriyama does something, it's great. Like the Broly movie, the superhero super movie. That's my favorite Dragon Ball movie. Like he hits it, but they just missed the point. Like the fact that Goku gave Moro a senzu bean. It was like, do we even know why he did that before? I know there's supposed to be a callback, but he doesn't do it just to do it. Weebs. Yeah, I'm a weeb. It's just dumb. And I tagged you in that post because that's one of the funniest things that come out from the team recently. Wemby hitting Trey in the face with his high five, or the other day when he hit Jeremy with the ball. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't hate it, but yeah, I agree they missed the point. Yeah, they miss the point all the time, bro. They always miss. Like the manga just misses it. They don't. It's like he doesn't understand why Goku did certain things prior, and it's just, I don't know. It's gonna be the Dama thing. It's fully Akira Toriyama. I assume it's gonna be good. That's all I gotta say about that. It's gonna be dope. Anything after that, if they go by the manga, I don't know. But man, it is all over the place with the manga and anime for Dragon Ball, especially Super. It's just all over the place, dude. It's just all over the place. And you can tell that, like, that whole thing that they have outlines, you can tell. That Goku Black arc, oh my God, dude. So I did not watch it when it was coming out weekly or whatever. I waited until all of it was there, and then I binged it. And I was waiting for the Goku Black arc because everyone said how good it is. And it was the most incoherent mess I've ever seen in my entire life. Why they do that to my Vegeta? What happened to the series Dragon Ball Superhero? It was supposed to be about Trunks and Goten. Did they scrap that? It's in the manga. I never read it. I didn't read it yet. All that's in the manga though. Is that what you mean? It started off with Goten and Trunks. I didn't read all the way through though. Not yet. They went back into the time chamber nonstop. It was just incoherent. Like how randomly Trunks get some super boost. I'm like, wait a minute. So Vegito can't beat him, can't defeat him. But Trunks, like this version of Trunks can? Are you kidding me? And then the fact that that whole world got destroyed and Trunks didn't even think like, dang, all those people that I left behind just died. Like they didn't even bring it up. It was just like, whatever. All those people that helped you at the end. It was so weird. It was just so weird. I did not like that at all. So that's why I'm happy that they are doing something a little different. And maybe just maybe in this series they can introduce a few things that could pop up later. And I think that would be nice. But I think the manga or I think it's good that they're not doing it together, where the manga is coming out with stuff and then the series is coming out and they're right there. It's nice that the manga went forward with what they were doing, because this is a good chance for the anime to see all of the critique of the manga and to just make it so much better. Unfortunately, is those days of Dragon Ball where the manga was top tier and the anime's top tier with it, maybe manga slightly better. Those days are over. It'll probably just be up to the anime at this point. I'm not a big fan of it wasn't Toritaro. I'm not a big fan of him. And his panels are terrible. I bought some Dragon Ball Super volumes, like physical, because I was excited. I was like, oh, I can start reading. And I read and I was like, these panels suck. Like, look up, hold on. Compare these panels, man. Look how bad these panels are. Dragon Ball. It's like every blue moon where it's a good panel. It's like his panels, too much is going on the sheet. It's just too. Yeah, look at this. Like this. Hold on. I'm gonna do a couple. And then I'm gonna tell you something that bothers the crap out of me. It's just too much. Hold on, that's not fair. These are all over the place on purpose. That's not fair. Wait, this one looks good though. I do want to look at this one. This one looks really cool. All right. Wait, can it open? All right, I'll start with this one because it looks cool. I just wanted to show you that. That's really good art for the Super. I think when they can kind of like jump off the back of the other one, it's much better. So like, for instance, the manga jumping off of the back of what the anime did, like he could make it so detailed and look so good. And then hopefully that's the other way around. So with the manga, with all the mistakes he made, the anime can make it much better. But yeah, like, okay, this is just ugly. I guess you kind of know what's going on. Yeah, you know what's going on. This one isn't what I'm talking about. Something like this is too much. This isn't what... You don't have to be just like Akira Toriyama, but this is just too much. I don't even know... All right, so he slid under him, and then jumped. I don't know. It feels like he just packs in too much. You know? Like he's trying to convey as much as he can with the fighting, but by adding on so much, you basically took more away from it. You took more away from the panels. Because if you look up Dragon Ball Z, look how simple Akira Toriyama keeps it. Hold on, let's see if I do Dragon Ball Z fight. And it's so clear what's going on in his fights. Hold on, this is Super. Why do they have a bunch of Super? Hold on, who should I do? Let's do... You want to do Raditz? We'll do the Raditz fight. Gosh, maybe we shouldn't do the Raditz. No. I know who we'll do. Let's do Nappa. The Nappa fight. It's so exciting. His panels are so much more exciting. Gosh, they're so blurry. I can't even prove a point because all these are so blurry. I'll do this just because it's a cool panel. But also, he makes it more interesting too. Like his angles are so much. No, I know what I'll do. Let's do Goku versus Vegeta. Vegeta manga panels. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the best because it's kind of hard to find these panels because they keep bringing up super stuff. Even though I'm literally typing in Dragon Ball Z. See, this is super again. Like, that's not Dragon Ball. That's super. It's This is Dragon Ball Super again. What the heck is going on? Why are Dragon Ball Z panels so hard to find? That is so weird. Anyways, so I guess this would be an example. It's kind of hard to find them. Like, look how blurry this is, though. Like, look how cold-blooded that is. And it's very simple. Look at the expressions. That's another thing, too. His expressions are always this. It's always this expression. It's always this expression. It's the same expression every single time. But then if you go and you look at like Dragon Ball Z look, same expression, look. His expressions are terrible. Same expression every single time. Look, same expression. And then if you go and you look at anything Dragon Ball related, you can kind of see it. That's a way different expression. It's way more expressive. Dragon Ball Z manga panel. Let's just say panel. Oh, perfect. This is perfect. This is what I'm talking about. Manga panel. Let's do Piccolo. Which I guess that would be Dragon Ball. That wouldn't be Dragon Ball Z. Hold on. That's fine. That works. Goku. Yeah. Like, look at this. You feel the impact of that punch. Look at it. You feel the impact. Look how expressive that is. But then if you go to a freaking look, you can see how scared they are, how shocked they are. And you go to like his and it's just like, huh? What? Huh? 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 It's like this all the time. It's like this all the time with his panels, dude. Every single panel's like that. And it's like every blue moon he gets it right. Like this. Like this. Even though this was cold-blooded when it happened, right? Even though this was cold-blooded, why is this Goku's expression? Why is he just like, oh no. Oh crap, that shocked me. There's a hole in my chest. That shocked me. Like, it should be way more expressive. And it's the same thing every single time. Look. Kamehameha wave. Huh? What's this? It should be like this. It should be like, oh my god. No, look. You remember the last time Goku had a hole in his chest? I mean, I guess he was grinning on that because he won, but let's see. Goku special beam canon. Let's do manga. Let's see. But you'll see, you can see. Look at this. Okay, this is colored. Oh, it's colored, but it's fine. You still get the point. Look at this. Look at Radit's face. Look at Radit's face. So good. I don't know. Instead of having speed lines all over the panel like Toritaro. Dude, it's so many. You mean he got no seasoning? He got no seasoning. He does too much. And Akira Toriyama brought this up before. Like, because they said, you know, what's your advice to him? And he's like, less is more sometimes. Like, that's basically what he said. If you ever notice that even with the characters that he create, oftentimes they're not that detailed. Like, Akira Toriyama is all about simplicity, like all the time, simple and effective. He's like that all the time. If you ever noticed, maybe like in Dragon Ball, in the original Dragon Ball, it was all these, because Goku was so small, he made all the villains like so big and everything like that. But as it went on, he actually kept it way more simple. He did it with a lot of his characters, especially the villains, because that makes them actually scarier when they don't have a lot going on. Like Frieza, there's not, I mean, this is a cool design, but it's not much. Right? But you can't underestimate him. Vegeta, same thing. He did it with Vegeta. He didn't make Vegeta overly like complex or anything like that. Which is nothing wrong with that sometimes, but it just speaks to the way that he thinks about things. He wants it simple. Vegeta was short, you know? Short, kind of small. What's another one? Actually, funny enough, he actually hated Cell. He hated creating Cell. And he hated creating Cell because he said he had to, it wasn't simple enough for him. He's like, I had to put these little dots on him every single time, and it was frustrating. It's insane that I know that. I know a lot of Dragon Ball info that I probably shouldn't. Another thing too, and he loves those simple designs. Krillin. I don't know if you knew this, but Krillin originally, believe it or not, his original character didn't have, actually, let's do this. This is a nice looking, no. Let's do baby Krillin, because that's would have been the original Krillin. Originally, Krillin didn't have the dots on his head. He added the dots because he thought that he was like, I went too far. This was way too simple. So he added the dots. But like, yeah, like Krillin. Krillin's another character that's very simply designed. And I think that he doesn't only do it with his characters, he does it with his manga panels as well. And I just feel like Toro, I can't say his name, I'm sorry. He just doesn't do that. Like, look how simple this is. But you see everything that's happening. You know exactly what's going on in this fight. It's not too much. But freaking Toyotaro, like this too, pretty simple. You know exactly what's going on. But when he get his hand on something, it's just way too many lines, bro. It takes away from everything. And then when you have the characters like barely being expressive, it's just frustrating. It's like, what is this? It just feels like a watered down Dragon Ball, bro. But I don't know. Not everything he does is bad, obviously. Like, he got some bangers in there. Obviously, one that's really great, I will admit, is Ultra Instinct with Ultra Ego. When they charged up, that looked pretty cool. This, I will admit, this was cool. This was a great panel. But he did all those lines again, but good panel. And you know why it's a good panel? Expression. But also, it just looks cool. Looks really cool. Piccolo, my God. Piccolo is cool. Supposedly, he wanted Cell to end at second form, but they told him he needs to be handsome. Thus, third form was created. Really? Okay, I didn't know that. Wait, that's funny that you say that. Is that why? Just answer this, and then I'm gonna get off. Is that why this version of Sail was in the superhero that Akira Toriyama was, that basically he created? Is that why? Because I always wondered. I was like, why didn't they just go with the best Sail? I mean, I know they gave like some excuse for it, but like, was that really the reason? Because he wanted to. Yes, for real. Oh wow, I didn't know that. To be honest, I'm sure Honcho would know. Yeah, it's amateur at best. He's been working on the manga too long to not be making fire panels. Yeah, dude. I think at this point, that's what I'm kind of based on. Like, I'm a huge obviously, right? Like, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. Like, you can tell. Like, if you go in my living room, it's ridiculous the amount of Dragon Ball statues I have. It's unhealthy, okay? And the amount of anime conventions I go to, it's unhealthy, okay? I live and breathe anime, and I love Dragon Ball. And it should never get to a point where I'm just not reading the manga. It should never be at that point. I should be glued to it every month, but that is not the case, and it's because it's so boring. It's so freaking boring, bro. It's boring. But it's all right. It's all right. It'll get better, I'm sure. They're literally saying, man, yeah. I mean, the manga won't get better, but the anime stuff, Diamond's gonna be awesome. We'll be good. Clan's got the power of God in anime on his side. Anime's awesome. You guys would be proud of me. I'm actually getting on One Piece now. Yeah. I'm on episode 75, I think. And I still haven't met Chopper. And I'm really upset because everyone says how cute Chopper is. Good luck. Oh, dude, I'm going all the way through it. Don't worry. It's going to take some time, but I don't feel like overwhelmed by it. Like, oh, it's so much. It's like, no, dude. And also I don't have it with me, but I have the Pirates Warriors game. That's why I really want to that's like what's motivating me, because I used to love Dynasty Warriors growing up, and I'm like, wait, anime combined with Dynasty Warriors, I'm with it, but I need to at least be introduced to these characters first before I get into it. Yeah. You play any anime video games? I was playing the Demon Slayer one for a minute, and then I stopped. I tried to start on Dragon Ball Kakarot, but unfortunately right now I'm on Spider-Man 2, so want to get back into One Piece. I used to keep up when it was releasing back in the day. Yeah, dude, it's nice because I can just binge straight through and everything. God, I do understand why people love it, and I'm so early in, and it's made me cry a few times, and I get it. Luffy's a phenomenal character. He's so funny. He's so awesome. And then everybody on the crew thus far, I just like them evenly. There's nobody where I'm like, oh my God. Like, I like everybody evenly. And the attention to detail, dude, is ridiculous. The attention to detail by the mangaka is just ridiculous. I wish I could read it, but it's just more suitable for me to have the anime playing. Like, for instance, when I get off with you guys, which I'm about to get off in like a second, I am going to play One Piece on my one, because I have two screens. I'm gonna play one Piece on my left screen while I make thumbnails for the segments from tonight. So there's that. But I got to get off, guys. Work in the morning. I'm sleepy. Thanks for talking to me, man. I love talking about anime. And every shoot, I'm gonna try not to do this on Tuesday, but literally every stream could be like this, like talk about Spurs and then just go into anime. I don't care. I love anime. I want to get back into, no, wait, I read that. There are a lot of filler, like a lot. I love these characters. They're not flat or plain characters. They had a lot to them, have a lot to them. Yeah, true. Everybody's backstory has been incredible. But yeah, night. All right, I'll get with you guys later. We'll talk about anime again another day. Can't promise it Tuesday. I'm going to try to get on after the game. I won't make any promises yet. I'm still, like I told you, I'm working with somebody to make a really cool stream. And I actually want the next time that I stream to be with those new things in place, because it's going to be so dope. So I might wait until that's done, but that should be done by Tuesday. But I'm talking to him this week, and we'll get it popping. Anyways, it's going to be really cool, by the way. It's going to look really nice, like ESPN level. But anyways, I'll get with you guys later. Thanks. Bye.